Hello, and welcome to LEGO Lovers with the Warren County Library. My name is Sandy Roberts, and I'm the Makerspace Coordinator for the library. I love Legos! Usually, I host LEGO building programs in the Makerspace at the Southwest branch. But since things have gone a little strangely this summer, I moved all my programs online. Now we can play with Legos together no matter where we are. Yay! Each week, I'll feature the work of LEGO masters who are pushing the boundaries of LEGO art, design, and mechanics. Then you'll take part in fun challenges based on the week's theme. If you register for LEGO Lovers with an email, you'll be invited to be part of a special online classroom where you can share your work and see the work of others. Are you ready to get started? Great! This week, our theme is LEGO model making. We're going to take a look at the works of some amazing LEGO designers who are experts at model making and designing LEGO kits. Let's go! Let's learn more about being a LEGO model maker. We have to start with the obvious question. What's a model? A model is just a 3D representation of a person or a thing. It can be much smaller than the real thing, like if you're going to build the Empire State Building or the Eiffel Tower. You would build a much smaller version that could fit in your home. Or you can build something much larger than it really is. Like if you're going to build a bug or a plant cell, you would build that much bigger so you could see the details. Scientists use models all the time, as do engineers, artists, and architects. Sometimes we build them as examples to demonstrate an idea. Other times, we use them to test out new ideas to see if they'll work. And then sometimes we use them for education. For example, we can't see atoms with our normal eyes, but we can build models of what they look like to get the idea of how they work. Now, being a LEGO designer is all about model making. They may be designing models to become kits eventually, or maybe they're designing amazing models to use at LEGO stores or at LEGO theme parks. Either way, they have to start with a really solid idea, then draw, build, test, and rebuild that design over and over again to get it just right. Often for large creations, they'll have to work with a team so that they can all work together on one larger item. It takes a lot of work to make these kinds of models. And then, if you're doing a kit, they have to come up with the directions and the parts list. Being a LEGO designer is unlike almost any other job because you need all the creativity of an artist and all the focus and dedication and organization of an engineer. So let's meet some amazing LEGO designers. This is the brick man, Ryan McNaught. He's the gentleman on the right. And he is posing with a motorcycle, a life-size motorcycle that he and his team made out of Legos. His team helps build sculptures, historical dioramas for museums, architectural creations, and much, much more all over the world. He's appeared on TV many times, and he's one of the more famous LEGO designers out there. Here are some examples from his Brickman cities, where they highlighted some of the most famous buildings from cities around the world. Think about that. Maybe you can't go to London or Tokyo, but you can see a little bit of that location and that city through his LEGO models. Sometimes they get a little more fantasy-based. Here we have a pirate ship and a giant castle, and it's really exciting. Or sometimes they take their cues from the real world, like on the Volkswagen Bug over there that they built out of Legos. And then you have natural world creations like this coral reef or the volcano that actually lights up. And those clouds, they're all made out of Lego too. Now, some folks like more fantasy to their Lego creation, like Alice Finch. Alice travels all over the world giving talks, demonstrating Lego building, and teaching builders of all ages how to make the world a better place through creativity. She loves to build fantasy items and actually became famous for building the largest replica of the Hogwarts grounds from Harry Potter. It is gigantic. Here it is. This is taller than she is, just to give you an idea of how big it is in real life. So it's incredibly detailed. It took a ton of time and a lot of Legos. But sometimes she does smaller things like this very detailed tree from Lord of the Rings. Here we have a pirate ship that she made. And you can see that she really took time and attention on all of the models here to use minifigs to add a lot of interest and human interaction. Here's Alice with her son, with one of her large pirate islands that she made. Don't you just love the way that she uses the blue bricks to create the feel of water? I love these ships. Now, what about if you want to start being a Lego maker? So, this is Mariann Osama, and she is a Lego designer and author, and actually one of the first freelance Lego designers in the world. And here are some of her suggestions. The first one, build, build, build. You can't improve your skills unless you're building regularly and trying new things. In fact, she got her first job for Lego because she actually didn't get the job. They turned her down. She sent in pictures, they didn't like them, she didn't get the job. So she went out and started building her skills. She got books from the library on how to build with Legos and really practiced how to build a perfect sphere or a ball out of Legos. That impressed the folks at Lego so much that she landed her first job in the 90s and has been a Lego designer ever since. She also suggests that you take lots of pictures so you can see your growth over time and refer back to your previous work to make it better. And she says, build with others. Not only is it more fun, but working as a team is really important. This is Clint Perry, and he is a master model builder, as you can tell by some of the gigantic buildings he's sitting with. His tips are to focus on color. It makes your designs look more professional. So really make sure that you have lots of options. And again, this is a reason to work with friends. He suggests too that you really try out curves. They're the hardest thing to build in Legos, but he said if you take a bowl and place it upside down on a piece of graph paper and trace it, it will give you a lot of insight about how curves can be made out of square or rectangular pieces. He also suggests that you pay a lot of attention to details. Especially if it's something famous that you're trying to recreate as a model, people are going to be looking for the little things, and they're often the most fun to add to your model too. And keep things organized. We all know that it can be really frustrating to be looking for that perfect piece. So if you really get into model building, you might want to think about how you can best organize your pieces so you can find them easily without wasting time. All right, that's the basics of model making for Legos and some tips and tricks. Now, let's get on to the challenge for you. Wow, those were some amazing models and model makers. Now it's your turn. Look around your home and neighborhood. Pick something that you'd like to model using Lego. Maybe it's a car, or a building, or a tree, or maybe it's even a bug or your pet dog. Or maybe you have a favorite scene from a movie or a chapter from a book that you'd like to model. Whatever it is, let's get building! Then, take a few pictures and share them to our digital classroom on Seesaw. Remember, to be a part of the classroom, you or a parent need to go to warrenlib.org and register with an email for Lego Lovers. If you register, you'll get reminders each week and a special download with even more fun things to try at home. If you don't want to be a part of the classroom, that's okay too. You can share your creations using the hashtag WarrenLib so we can see the amazing things you make. I can't wait to see what you do. Well, that's all for this week. I'm Sandy Roberts of the Warren County Library System, and I'm glad you stopped by. Be sure to invite your friends to join us online next week so we can all build together. I'll see you then. Take care.